Hi, this is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital. And today's topic is, should I use cash or a mortgage to buy a house? Buying a house is one of the most significant financial decisions that most people will ever make. Deciding on how to pay for your dream home can be daunting, especially when choosing between using cash or a mortgage. While paying with cash has its unique advantages, it might not necessarily always be the best option for everyone. Using cash to buy a house. There are several advantages to using cash to purchase a house, including number one, no mortgage payments. Paying with cash means you won't have to make monthly mortgage payments, leaving you with more disposable income. Two, potential cost savings. By paying upfront in cash, you can avoid paying interest rates and additional fees associated with the mortgage. Three, greater flexibility. Having cash available to buy a house can make you an attractive buyer to sellers, as you do not need to rely on a seller's acceptance of a buyer's contingency, making the process move faster. However, there's also some disadvantages to using cash to buy a house, including one, reducing liquidity. Spending a significant percentage of your liquid assets on a single investment could affect your financial stability for other important expenses and leave you vulnerable if you need emergency funds. Two, misinvestment opportunities. Buying a home without a mortgage means losing out on potential investment opportunities elsewhere that may have yielded higher returns over the long term. Three, lost tax benefits. Mortgage interest is a tax-deductible expense, which would mean that paying with cash would make you ineligible for any potential tax deduction benefits. Four, less diversification opportunities. Real estate is an illiquid asset, which means that money you spend on a house cannot easily be invested elsewhere. Using a mortgage to buy a house, financing your house using a mortgage also has its advantages, which includes one, increased liquidity by keeping your money in investments that traditional advisors recommend rather than using cash to buy. Borrowers maintain additional liquidity and flexibility for their financial situations. Two, homeownership affordability. A mortgage allows borrowers to buy a home with a lower upfront cost, making home ownership a more viable option for many people. Three, investment opportunities. By creating greater availability of money to invest, it is possible to make smart choices for your investments, diversifying your savings beyond your house and property. However, there are also several disadvantages to getting a mortgage to buy a home, including one, interest payments. The cost of interest can add up and be very high over the life of a mortgage. This means you end up paying a lot more for your home than its original purchase price. Two, fees and charges. There are a number of fees associated with getting a mortgage, which may include application fee, appraisal fees, title search fees, attorney fees, closing costs, and many others that can add up. Three, foreclosure risks. If you default in your mortgage payments, your property may be at risk for being foreclosed on. This means you could potentially lose your home and any equity you have built up in it. Four, less flexibility with your finances. When you have a mortgage, a large portion of disposable income may go towards making monthly payments. This means you may have less money for other financial goals such as savings and investments. Five, negative equity. In certain scenarios, if property values decline, you might get stuck with negative equity. This means you owe more on a mortgage than your house is worth. Six, stress and pressure. Purchasing a home on a mortgage can lead to additional stress and pressure, especially when managing other expenses and financially planning for the future. In summary, when considering the purchase of a home, it is important to decide whether to use cash or obtain a mortgage. Using cash has advantages such as avoiding interest costs and gaining equity in the property immediately. However, this can have downsides in terms of cash flow, especially if there are unexpected expenses. On the other hand, obtaining a mortgage may mean that you end up paying more for the property due to interest and fees, but also provides flexibility with cash flow and increases your chances of being able to afford a higher value property. Ultimately, it depends on individual circumstances and financial goals. This is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital. We do this blog, video, and podcast Monday through Friday. Just go to askbobgersh.com for past and future issues. And for any questions you may have, just reach out to me through askbobgersh.com. If you do see me at the local coffee shop, tap me in the shoulder. Let's sit down, have a cup of coffee, and talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. Enjoy life. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. Be in touch with me if there's anything I can do for you through askbobgersh.com. Until next time, just enjoy life. Thank you.